Hello and welcome to This Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, and today I'm unboxing Santorini Pantheon Collector's Edition from Roxley. Santorini is an accessible strategy game, simple enough for an elementary school classroom while aiming to provide gameplay depth and content for hardcore gamers to explore. The rules are simple. Each turn consists of 2 steps. First, move. Move one of your builders onto an unoccupied neighboring space that is a similar level, up 1 level, or down any number of levels. 2, you're going to build. You're going to construct a building level adjacent to the builder you moved. When building on top of the 3rd level, place a dome instead of removing that space from play. Winning the game. If one of your builders moves from a lower level to the 3rd level, you win. Or if your opponent cannot move, you win. There are variable player powers. So Santorini features variable player powers layered over an otherwise abstract game with many thematic god and hero powers that fundamentally change the way the game is played. Now, note on this Pantheon edition, this edition includes all material from the Golden Fleece expansion, as well as every promo card and many new cards. A lot of cards are revamped, reworked, and rebalanced. This game is designed by Gord. Art is by Lena Cossette and David Forrest. It's published by Roxley in 2025. This game, I just saw it yesterday on store shelves, so at least I saw the 2nd edition. I'm not sure if the Pantheon collection is going to be in retail or not, but you'll have to look out for that. But again, this is so it's just coming out to stores now. It's ages 8 and up for 2 to 4 players. Takes about 20 minutes. And again, as always, please hit that like and subscribe button, and then hit that bell icon so you will never miss when new content is released. All right, so let's get to the table and take a look at what comes in the game. All right. So let's open her up. I've been looking forward to this. I've heard good things, and again, it's Roxley. Roxley is I seem to be pretty much a fan of just about anything that they put out. Oh. And I'm always happy with. It seems like the production quality and everything from Roxley is just fantastic. It's even the board. I don't know if you probably won't be able to see it. There you can. So like here, if I get the light just right, you can see these are like shiny parts of the board. Parts of the like the characters themselves are kind of like a shiny look to them. Santorini has a not quite as shiny, but it has a little, almost like an outline shine to it. So looks really neat. All right, let's see what's in this box. Do-do-do. Yeah, I gotta like that when you're trying to first open, get that air in there. All right. So what do you got? Cardboard that we don't need. All right. I'm gonna take these out, but I'm gonna hold on to these. Maybe I might want to. Well, we'll have to see. I'm not sure. I might need to save this just to go over this when it's redone, but maybe not. Well, we'll just set this off to the side somewhere. All right. Oh, Roxley.com. Oh. Don't want to share my coupon code. Get 10% off. What else could I get? Oh, yeah. Brass Birmingham. Got it. Santorini. Got it. Steampunk Rally Fusion. Got it. Iron Clays. I don't have I've got Iron Clays in my. That's those like poker chips, really fancy poker chips. Very expensive. I have some in my Brass Birmingham game, but I don't have them for like the standalone that you can use in any game. And of course, a bunch of dice thrown stuff, which I already have all that. So, all right. Well, I have to keep that coupon just in case. All right. let's dig in. You guys don't care about that. Wow. All right, so we got some trays here with some pieces, some building pieces in them. So we'll kind of pull everything out of here. This is a heavy box. Whatever's in here. Couple of bags. These are nice shiny bags. Like, all right. All right, look at that. There's the credits are in the bottom. So I think this is the bottom of the board. I think it sits like this, and you build up here. That's interesting. So the credits are right there in the bottom of the player area. All right, let's just keep digging to see what else is in here. Not sure what I will need to keep. So here's a Lazy Susan. So this will sit. It's going to be a. Looks like it'll be a specific way that sits. There we go. So it does fit in a certain way. All right. I'm going to get tissue paper. Oh, could I do something? I wonder if this is like for the standard game. Because I don't. Now I've got the Lazy Susan. I probably don't need that. And we got the rule book on the bottom. See this side of the box for instructions on how to pack up your game. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I love it. Is that in the camera? The box is blocked, but yeah, shows you how to pack your game back up. So nice. I like that when they do that. All right, so for just grins and giggles, let's get this box out of the way. Here's the rules. It's not even a book. It's just feels like it's open, but it doesn't. You're setting up. It tells you here how to set up, how to perform a turn. You got the 1 or the 2, and then winning and losing. And you've got your powers explanation there. And the other side is mode cards. Oh, wait, it says stop before reading on, play your first game using the rules on the reverse side. So they want you just to follow this and play your first game and then flip it over to read the other side. So that's like the quickest rules I've ever seen, especially for a game like that has this much presentation. And I believe this is you can still move it on a table, but this version included the Lazy Susan, so you can rotate it around the table and the players. So that's really nice. All right, let's take a peek. All right. So that's nice. Let's take a peek at. Oh, where's that? Curious. Well, they don't show you putting anything on top to keep these pieces all in place, but if it fits snug enough, you probably won't need the cardboard, but these are the little blue domes go on the top of the buildings. Let's see, they got some shapes to them there. And then these are one level of buildings. I don't think I want to keep them in the bags. It would be, I don't want to have to mess with the bags all the time. So these are, I'm going to say, so these look like probably level 1. They're the bigger pieces. This is probably the second level. Yeah, see those fit there. Okay. I gotta make it right. Look, those stairs don't attach. How do you get up there? And then we have just probably the third. So yeah, almost there's your third piece, right? And then you put your dome on top, I guess. And that's the building that you can construct in the game. It looks really neat. Little construction type game. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Tower Up or something like that, but with a much different theme to it. All right, let's see what's in. Interestingly, I do have an acrylic. Oh, this is for, okay, that's for the Riddle the Sphinx, which I will do in a different unboxing. So let's see what's in here. So in this blue bag, oh, we got a bunch of miniatures. So we've got, looks like a boulder. And then this little dude. And then we got like some golden ram. And then let's see, we also have, let's see, we've got, these are 4 different characters, all individually sketched with different, almost looks like this, like a man and a woman, both the same, but with like one's reading a book and one's carrying a book. He's got a scroll in this hand. There he's got the book that he's open, like reading. So we got those. And there's 4 white. I'm going to assume that these are like the player. Maybe these are the character pieces or, for your player. That's what I'm going to take a guess at the moment. Nothing else in that bag. Let's see what's in this one. Oh. So we got a big old gnarly die here. And then a bunch of these are the like token upgrades. So there's 1, 2, 3. Is like this another player? Begin with a 2-player game as follows. Assemble the cliff and ocean board. 1 player takes Artemis. And let's see, do they tell you what's what? So you've got crafty workers. So the crafty workers. So these are like the white ones are your crafty workers. The blue ones are the thrifty workers. And these are the mighty workers. And then there's, doesn't say anything about, doesn't even say what these are. But that might be, it's probably for the different modes or the different, there are god cards, so maybe that's part of those. So, but we'll keep diving into this. We're almost done. We're just going to get a look at some of the pieces here. So that's a trash for sure. So we've got like some little standees here. So we've got, these look to be standees. Let's see. So I've got 2, 4, 6. It looks like I got 4 little serpent dudes and then like 2 characters that These will go, they look like, yep, they go into the standees. And we've just got a bunch of different tile pieces. This kind of resembles this board almost. We've got the different staircases. I don't know if that's exactly what it... I think this looks like this is open here. No, I don't think that necessarily represents this. So I'm not exactly sure what that is. We'll find out, I guess. But they don't, the book doesn't even, the book, there's no book. The little pamphlet doesn't tell you what all this other stuff is. So this is the second edition. If you have an older version, the Cliff Ocean board, buildings, and workers are compatible with this game. God cards from older versions should be replaced with the new cards. So, yeah, I don't know what all these other additional pieces are, because I don't see them mentioned in the book. So I'm only gonna have to assume that either maybe they're mentioned in the cards or something like that. All right, so let's just put, let's see, these pieces back into the bags, kind of the way we found them. And then we'll continue, we'll look at the cards. These are, I mean, like, look at that, it's like an eyeball looking at you. Fireball, fire, eye. Bunch of different. Let me show you some of these additional pieces here. So put that back, this, that. I think that's one of everything. Oh, and that one. So there's just some of the, show you some of the pieces that come in this. Again, these are like acrylic tiles. So don't know how they're used. All different shapes and sizes and artwork on them. So again, I'm not too worried about it. I'm sure it will all be made clear at some point. Like I said, probably cards in here that will refer to these things is going to be my guess. There was another. This included something from an expansion, they said. So maybe those are part of that expansion. That's probably where those are coming from. Where did I read that? About, wasn't that on this card? I wasn't here, but I think it was in my intro about that this version included some other expansion. So we'll take a look at this box. Pretty heavy box. What's in here? All right. This almost looks like like you're hiding something, like it's meant to keep something hidden from someone else. So, all right. So we've got Seasons of Chaos cards. So it says stop. Play many games with the base gods before opening this expansion. Okay, so this is an expansion, which I will leave closed. This one, are all of these? No. Okay, so there's the base gods. So then I've got, these are Hiding in the Underworld, Seasons of Chaos, Tides of Poseidon, and Soaring Over Olympus. So these are additional expansions. So let me just show you these two. Just give you an idea of what one of the cards looks like. Okay. And then got these two expansions. All right. And then I'm going to make the assumption that these we need to open. Doesn't say not to. No tear tab on these. Find a spot to get under the plastic. The plastic is very tight on the cards. I don't want to cut into the cards. So, all right. Almost done. Just take a look at some of these cards. So I've got, I don't know what this is for. I have no idea. All right. So we've got Aphrodite, Goddess of Love. Opponent's turn. Each opponent worker which neighbors one of your workers at the start of their turn must also neighbor one of your workers at the end of their turn, even a turn that ends the game. So we've got Apollo, Artemis, Asteria, Atlanta, Athena, Atlas, Aurora, Bellerophon, by Castors and Pollux, Dionysus, Demeter, Dryads, Eris. There's a lot of gods. Eros, Hera, Iris, Lemus, Medusa, Metis, Minotaur, Oceanides, Oceanus, Orids, Pan, Pegasus, Perseus, Polyphemus, Scylla, Triton, Zeus. All right, then we got some game mode cards. So there's a 2-player standard. I got some recommended matchups for 2 players, for 3 players. So this is telling you how to play with these different. So in a 4-player game, you can team up with the player across the table, not beside you in turn order. Teammates will share workers. So you choose a start player who selects a recommended matchup from the back of this card. Or if you've already played the recommended matchups, the start player instead draws 6 random gods from the deck, redrawing any that have a purple icon. They select 4 of those and form 2 pairs. The player's left of the start player chooses a god, passes the paired god to the partner. Opponents each take 1 of the 2 remaining gods. Start player partner places their team's worker first, and the next player in clockwise order places their team's worker. Start player takes the first turn and play continues clockwise. And then there's the Agora for a 2 to 3 player. Each player is on their own team. For a 4-player, you team up with the player across. So this is another game mode, and it gives you some rules for. So in a 2-player, each player grabs their worker. So there are workers. I'm and they show the 3. Each player grabs their workers in a 3-player setup. So they're showing, like here, you're grabbing 2 workers. You're grabbing the 3. You're going to grab 2, or you're going to grab the workers. And then for a 4-player, I don't know. I'll have to look this one up. They probably got a video somewhere, but I have to look that up to get a little bit more explanation on this. Once I do the complete the base, the base game itself, like what's this for? It's in here, but what is it for? And then what are all the acrylic pieces and stuff that come in the game? What are those for? Which are, again, they're probably for some of the expansions. I'll bet you that's what that's for. But that is what comes in this box, and I am going to I'm going to stay on here to follow the example here of showing you what it looks like, how they want you to put it away, just so you can see that if you're interested. And then I'm going to determine, do I need to keep something on the very top to keep these pieces in place? But there was no lid lift originally on this, and there was no cardboard to punch, so it should fit pretty snug. I think it'll all stay in its spot. So let's find out. All right, so they're saying to put the rules, which I don't know, why would I think I'd rather have them right on top. They're showing these on the bottom. But I think that's what I'm going to do, one thing different. I'm going to put that in, and is the rule sheet. Say to put that on the bottom. Yeah, let's just do it. Maybe because you probably won't need them after a bit. All right, then the ocean board, then the base tray. All right, then the turntable. Here I called it a lazy Susan. Terrible of me. All right, then J is the island board, upside down. Does it just go in the middle? These cards, and then these bags. Yeah, the blue bag has the miniatures. Show that tucked in. I don't think this one's going to tuck in there. It's got one piece that's kind of big. Oh, there we go. All right, so that tucked in there. And then we've got the card box. That went in. Then the game screen. What's the game screen? It doesn't show you. A game screen, which is F. Oh, this goes off to one side like this. Game screen is F. Oh, that's in the box. They're showing that in the box. The cards. Oh. Then the level 3 blocks, D. Where's D? So the smaller one. All right. Okay. I think this is, because it shows this is sitting down in there like that. And then it goes this way. Yeah, you just kind of tuck that down and around in there. And that's it. I almost feel like, yeah, that should go in place. There's going to be some room, but I don't think anything is going to come out of it. So we'll actually do a test, because I store my games standing up. So and things get, moved around, and you're carrying them from game to, house to house, game store to play. Everything stayed in its spot. So nothing came out. Beautiful. Good job. I never doubted you, Roxley. Mm-hmm. All right. So that is the unboxing of the Santorini Pantheon Collector's Edition. And I don't need all these extra cardboard pieces. Everything went in real well. Now, I do have the Riddle of the Sphinx, along with some acrylic upgrades for that. So I'm going to do another video, a separate one for this. So when you're take a look, this one will come out the day after this video that you're watching now. But wanted to do them separate. All right. So again, hope you enjoyed. Do hit like and subscribe and hit the alert icon so then you'll know when the Riddle of Sphinx video drops. But feel free to comment below. Let us know your thoughts on the video content on this channel. Feel free to let us know about what you think of the game. Have you played Santorini? Do you have this version on order? What are your thoughts on the game? All right. Well, we appreciate all your comments, and we will catch you at the next one. Have a good one.